Really don't know, but I do see as this is unfolding more and more, it's certainly apparent to me, and you know the FBI tactics, that certainly appears that they are treating this as though this is some type of terror attack.
Agreed. It seems to me that if they knew that it wasn't, they would have already put that out and quelled everybody's concerns.
Are they too cautious, though? They knew the name for a long time. They didn't release it. Are they too cautious? I heard this name hours ago tonight. Right. Are they too cautious? They won't give any description of those that are deceased.
They are being cautious.
Well, what's the caution about?
The
being
caution
PC?
is right. Totally.
So the
totally
FBI is PC.
The FBI answers to a higher calling. And the truth of the matter is this could be a politically charged incident if it turns out to be an ISIS cell. And they want to be absolutely sure.
But the FBI has been very clear. I got to give credit to these guys. They have pointed out there's 1,000 probes ongoing right now in the United States. That's why I have been so outspoken and passionate. If we know that a certain percentage of Syrian refugees have ISIS sympathies, and the National Director of Intelligence, James Clapper, and James Comey, who everybody respects, the FBI director, and our assistant FBI director, and the general in charge of the tactics to take out ISIS, are all saying that ISIS will infiltrate the Syrian refugee community. Why would we risk the lives of Americans? Why would we take a chance like that?
Well, on top of that, I believe that even beyond that, even if they don't infiltrate, even if we're that good at being able to discern which is an ISIS sympathizer and which isn't, we're basically importing the next wave of potential ISIS sympathizers. They will be radicalized, statistically, a percentage.
If that robot set off a bomb, all bets are off. That's terror.
100%.
100%.
We all agree.
100%.
You know, the thing we're talking about, 10,000 FBI agents. When I was on the police department many years ago, they used to deputize a lot of New York City cops and cops from Nassau County as U.S. Marshals to support the FBI. They have hundreds of thousands, well, 100,000 cops across this country that can be deputized and work with the FBI and have their surveillance teams. They should be utilizing all the police departments and start to get candidates in there to be sworn in as U.S. Marshals along with the FBI to support the FBI.
But from the earliest moments, let me go back to Mark Fuhrman, my law enforcement resources and my friends out in Los Angeles, they were telling me from the get-go that all hands were on deck. They were telling me from the get-go, everybody was on board. The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, the FBI, every law enforcement agent, anybody with a badge and a gun was called into this situation, Mark.
Well, what they did is they established a tactical alert probably in 4 or 5 of the Southern California counties. And that means that everybody comes to work. The lower levels have to maintain the patrol and the security of the city, and all the upper echelon detectives and special tactical units end up going to San Bernardino or other locations where they've indicated there might be a threat. And, you know, I'd like to try to understand why we have to be so sensitive with known suspects, known names, known shootouts, known murderers. And this is the problem. When you make political correctness ahead of justice, you're not going to get justice.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen.
You know, listen, the name, I first heard the name Saeed Farouk hours ago today. I heard it during my radio show, which didn't end till, 4.5 hours ago. That name was passed on to me. So they knew more, and it does raise a very important question. Why are they so slow in giving the public the information? And I guess maybe they don't want people to rush to judgment in this case. The group CARE, which, by the way, is going to hold a press conference, released a presser and saying later tonight the Greater Los Angeles Office of the Council on American Islamic Relations of Southern California will hold a press conference with leaders of the Muslim community to condemn today's deadly shooting spree in San Bernardino and to offer condolences to loved ones, which I can understand. I don't think people blame all Muslims. I think there are people that blame radical Islamists. And this is the distinction. And this president can't even utter those words, Eric, not to get too political.
Some people cannot distinguish the difference.
I just distinguish it.
No, but some people just assume all Muslims are bad. That's why we have to be extremely careful with trying to put names out there and trying to link all of them together.
Wait 4 or 5 hours to put out a name? All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back, and when we come back, we'll have the latest information out of San Bernardino.